Although the Americans had a smaller army than the British, they were able to defeat them at the Battle of Yorktown because of their alliance with France. The Battle of Yorktown was where the British surrendered to the Americans. Because of this battle, the Americans won their war for independence and freedom from Great Britain. However, the Americans could not have won this war without aid from the French.
We're 1,000 miles from comfort. We have traveled land and sea. But as long as you are with me, there's no place I'd rather be.
The intelligent Marquis de Lafayette came on his own to join the Americans, and he was one of the main leaders, along with George Washington. He suggested that the French and Americans join fleets to attack the British at Yorktown. The Redcoats were led by General Cornwallis to fight the Americans to keep them in their colonies so they don't gain independence.
Cornwallis and his troops camped out at Yorktown, but I had no clue what the Americans were planning. Americans were led by George Washington, who was the leader of previous battles that they won. Marquis de Lafayette, a French aristocrat, joined Washington's army and helped them at the Battle of Yorktown.
The French and the Americans knew that the British camped out at Yorktown. American and French troops positioned themselves accordingly so that they surrounded them by land and water. French fleets surrounded Chesapeake Bay, while Washington and his troops hit the town with cannon fire.
Once the British found out the French made an alliance with the Americans, they knew they were in trouble because the French had already blocked Chesapeake Bay. So yeah, they were pretty much screwed.
I knew you were trouble when you walked in, so shame on me now.
Using their wise plan to surround the Redcoats, they successfully attacked them using a big majority of the Patriots' army.
17,000 French and American troops seized the British on the Yorktown Peninsula for 3 weeks and attacked them day and night.
The Americans and the French took the British under surprise. They bombarded them by land and sea. Many lives were lost, but this was the most significant battle of the war.
On October 17, 1781, General Cornwallis raised the white flag of surrender after being defeated at the Battle of Yorktown.
Feel the fear in my enemy's eyes. Listen as the crowd would sing.
On October 19, 1781, General Charles O'Hara represented General Cornwallis and handed over his sword.
Closed on me and I discovered that my castle stand.
If the French did not volunteer their navy to block any British ships from aiding their soldiers, as well as the French army joining George Washington on land, the Americans may have still been under British rule.
Be my mirror, my sword and shield, my missionaries in a fight.